Oh, good evening. I'm Robert E. Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom. And tonight, I want to talk about dissolving political correctness. And when I really started to understand how's the world too politically correct and too thin-skinned to win. And what I've discovered within myself is I try to do things silently and secretively inside to stay inside the political correctness of society. And I stopped that a long time ago, but really, how does it play out today? Something I've expanded of throughout my coaching in this is people try to heal their lives, but they stay still in the same arrogant mindset, and same arrogant ways, and they're selfish about life. I was there, but now I let go of that despair to unleash my flamboyant flair to feel love, appreciate eternal riches now and forevermore. But what I'm really opened up to is dissolving political correctness. We're too politically correct and afraid of humor in this country to move forward. How are we afraid to laugh? How are we afraid to have fun? Everything's going to happen within a paradox of a box, because if you're outside that box, people look at you funny and going to ridicule you. People ridicule people they're afraid of. Anybody else can do whatever they desire, but people that people feel uncomfortable around, they're going to ridicule. The political correctness of the world has paralyzed the world into a demise that's going south, and we really paralyzed ourselves into waiting for somebody else to live our dreams for us or open our dreams for us. Political correctness is a dream stealer. And as we go through this and we try to fit into society's way of life, we become bound and down in a downward spiral. Our self-esteem's been stolen. We allow outside sources to take everything from us. Because to stand tall and ride your mountains of moxie, you got to stand up and look the world in the face. And you got to embrace and face the world as it is and how you desire to be experienced. It's really about us getting out of the political correctness, because the society ingrained stuff has as much to do with your life as anything that because we silently embedded the society's way of life. And we tried to put all of our stuff inside that realm, and now that realm has a silent jail cell within us and locks us up, because the dream is beyond everything in the world, but it's your natural talent. But we're so trying to be politically correct and moving forward. It's like we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. We can't do this, we can't do that. The world's afraid to express their enterprising wisdom to expand their own lives, because you might be beyond something. Well, it's about letting go of political correctness and not trying to hurt people, but it's about you living, experiencing your dreams and speaking your enterprising inspirations to the world and expanding above your thinking mind to be of inspirational feelings and emotional energy to expand your life. Because when you feel it, you do it. If you think it, you stink. It's just that simple. But it's about the spiritual self that is inside us that has the power, but it's beyond a political correct realm of life. And as the more I watch the world and I pay attention to my life through the outside world, political correctness is where it is, because if somebody comes up with something and puts something out, the news media and everybody ridicules that person until they give up. And that's what we've been taught. If you go against society, they're going to put you in the media and ridicule you. Only people that are scared of the truth ridicule others. That is where the world is today. It's like all the stuff they're doing right now with all the stuff out there in the media, but what are they doing? They ain't telling us. That is a bigger thing. It's like your dreams showing you things you'll never know, but the world is telling you what you can't do or what you're unable to do. And that is the biggest poo in the stew and the lie of life, because you embrace and encompass the guts and the gall and to experience it all. But it's being willing to experience stuff that makes you uncomfortable and unsettled, and it's a little unsavory to your politically correct mind. And that is where we really are, is locked in the mind. If you can dissolve the word mind out of your life and understand your body and your brain is part of the body, you can let go of that thinking and start getting into the feelings, the inspiration. And the feeling, the inspiration goes all through your body. It's understanding the brain encompasses the enterprising wisdom to move you forward. And you also got the brain promise with an intuitive wit to walk through life in a bolder, brighter way. But you know, something I've really discovered about myself. And when I first got into personal growth, I tried to do the change, heal, create, transformation, all the hip stuff. And then I just admitted to myself that wasn't moving me forward. Then I started searching and exploring myself for stuff that expanded me. The word expand is a word that comes to the broadest mind, because I can expand out of anything to expand of everything when I'm detached from my own delusional mind. And my inspirational, enterprising wisdom comes forward. I can waltz inside, see the daily optimism majestically expand through life. The word expand over the word change disengages all memories from me. And it's also above political correctness, because if you watch the world and you want to play a part of the world, you're stuck in political correctness. And that's the most destructive thing I've ever seen to people's own life. It's the individual inspiration within us that will expand the world, and our own individual wisdom, along with everybody else's wisdom, will move the world forward. The world is in search of leaders with a new fangled foresight to move us forward, because the old ways are passing us by as we speak. And the only reason political correctness come in is to control us. Political correctness is a controlling cantankerousness that keeps us locked and blocked in yesterday, because we're always thinking, oh, is that going to work in society? So they pass laws for the political correctness to work. It isn't about breaking the law. It's about bending the laws to fit your way of life without breaking them. And the law is love affluently, walk sagacity wise. To understand the wisdom of the world is the wise people of the world. And when all the Native American tribes were strong, they had the wisdom to live on land. And they had very little, they had no laws, but they had a way of life that we wouldn't understand. They kept everything to their needs. They didn't go beyond it. And that's where we are today. Everybody is so greedy. I'm greedy, but I've actually expanded out of greed to understand wisdom, innovation, and talent is the wealth of life. And that is my energy of money to come to me. We look for the money. And that is what the world is stuck on, is the old ancestral anchors of money is the way through life. People are the assets of life. We are the wisdom, the innovation, and we're also the money of the world, because everybody sees money from people. We haven't opened our mind to understand people expand the world. Political correctness stalls us out in doubt, because we're always wondering, are we doing this right? Are we doing it according to this and according to that? Then we fall flat on our face, because we stayed in, and there was a time in there where it was to step forward and onward and upward out of your current life. We stepped back because it was a comfort zone and it was inside political correctness. And I know somebody that's done that, me. I never talk about anything I haven't done or been through, or else I'm going through it. But the word expand, energize, enterprise, and experience will open your eyes to your wise ways of life, but also will open your eyes to your wealth, love of yourself, to love others. And that's where the thing about love is, you can put it out there all you want, but until you feel it right here about yourself, it's all fake and fake. And I did that for a lot of years. It wasn't until about the last year and a half I really become at peace with myself. Ain't being happy, because there's going to be days you win, days you lose, but it's being at peace with myself. And when I'm at peace with myself, I'm at peace with the world. because I'm in my confidence celebrations to enjoy life. Confidence and calm and turmoil wreak havoc in other people because they want you to get into the same turmoil and torment they are. Because the world spins on torment, turmoil, and political correctness. That's all that stirs up, because it steals the innovative wit from people, but it also steals people's dreams because they're afraid and been taught to stay in the box of whatever they've been taught by a system that was taught to us from what other people want us to know. That's the biggest thing I ever want to relate to people. All the school system is what other people think we should know to get through life. And if I wanted to control the world, how would I do it? I would do it through books and a system. Because an innovative system or an innovative inspiration of an enterprising system or an enterprising entity would free people from being in the same controlling mindset as everybody else. How are we controlled by political correctness and afraid to admit it? That is something I've really opened up to. If I have something that's bothering me, I just ask that question: how am I afraid to admit what this is? That sends me through an inner voyage of discovering who I am, but also releasing whatever delusional despair I have in there. Because all negativity is self-taught delusional despair, thinking the world is never fair. The world's always been fair. Some of us just step down and accept it rather than step up and appreciate it. That's why there's a lot of people having challenges, because they're not willing to step up and appreciate it, not accept it. Because you step down in acceptance, you step up in appreciation and gratitude. Because you got to feel the vibrancy of your own soul into the world to expand the world. Because I got to expand myself to expand the world. It's about letting go of trying to think everything is status quo, because the world is actually begging for leadership from a spiritual savant to show them a better way to innovate their life. And the spiritual savants are individuals that are into this spiritual stuff, but it isn't so much being a spiritual as it is understand the spirit expands the world through daily innovations and activations. We're trying to act like spirit isn't up here. Well, spirit's in your daily life, because to me, I'm a spirit on a spiritual voyage through life, because outside of a book, who taught me I was human? And I don't have to be human because a book says it or because somebody thinks it. I'm a spirit having a spiritual experience to expand the Xanadu, participate internally, expand new celebrations every day. And if I'm a spirit or a human, never matters. It's how I detach myself from my attached ways to ways society thought I should live. Because we all try to live the way society thought we should live. And that's where we become politically correct and we stay the same in the same mundane place. That is something I am opening up to, and it's just a new voyage now. Voyage into me, a journey on the physical plane, and it's an expansion to eternity. Because it isn't how much wealthy I am here, it's how much wisdom I leave here for the people that stay here and have to go through the trials and tribulations to expand this country back to the great country it was. We can all talk about it and say it, but we have to get right down honest with ourselves about our lives, about the country, about the world. It is whether it is, it's how will I step to the plate and expand the world from my own wisdom. I expand me, I expand the world. And I do talk a lot in first person because I've learned something. You is just a preposition, just a word that has no meaning in the world, in the spiritual growth inside me anyway. Because I ask myself, who's you? Come up blank. When I write me, myself, and I expand because it makes me sit in the mirror and move my life forward. And I dissolve my political correctness by me, myself, and I looking in my mirror, seeing me in an honest way, and facing and embracing myself and all my inner stuff, and then address it, bless it, confess it to the world, I expand me and the world at the same time. Because all the tragedies and travesties of the world are teachers for other people to expand, and me. It's like you have to go through the pain to feel the prosperity, aggrandize eternal nirvana every day. But you know, it isn't the pain. It's being willing to open your eyes to see the wisdom in the situation that's there to expand you, not control you. But see, we let tragedy, chaos, and everything control us rather than expand us. And who's guilty of that? Me. Hey, I don't get a free ride in this. I gotta express what it is and how it has expanded me. And I still go through turmoil and tribulations, but I'm more willing to go through it because I want to face it, embrace it, to expand me boldly, realizing adventurous candor expands me, feeling audacious, celebrating every day. Because it's here for a celebration. We're so afraid to celebrate because, oh my God, he's celebrating. What did he do wrong? Because if you get a compliment, how many people feel embarrassed and just have a tough time saying thank you? But if they say, oh my God, and they go into a story. Because the world has been taught to be victims of the pity me power that never lets us move forward. Pick me, I'm guilty of that one. But however, I'm only guilty now. The guilt is leaving. The genuine, utopian, innovative lure tantalizes today. And that is the thing about life. It's about having the invisible tenacity to understand the world is unseen energy and invisible energy to expand us. The physical world is just the outcome of the invisible inspirations of other people or unseen desperation. That's however you desire to experience. For me, I decided the invisible inspirations excite my root chakra to send the vibrational visionary epiphanies up through my spine into my brain power, excite my brain prowess to wow me to walk of wisdom every day. With that, I am Robert E. Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom. I am a hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, timeline coach. I got a new book coming out called Inspiration. It's unpunctuated, and it's written in first person, and it's just one page. There's 121 of them. And any page in there will expand you out of anything that for that day. But it's wrote to excite the emotional inspirations within people to expand the world. My website is mycowboywisdom.com. My books are available at howdiditeachmyselffear.com and at amazon.com/author/Robert E. Wilson. And with that, I'm going to say good night. May you enjoy a night of wonderful fall weekend, and may your life be blessed in every way. Thank you and good night.